we're here with the VWB002 solid body build your own bass guitar kit from Vibeworks Guitars. We're going to go over what you can expect from the kit and what you can expect from the process of building it. So first we'll start by looking at the body. This is an alder body. The pick guard comes pre-wired. The pickups are detached so you can easily remove them to do your finish on your body. Everything's pre-routed. We have pilot holes drilled for the bridge, as well as this little diagonal hole that goes to the control cavity for your ground wire. That's already all in place. The body has the contouring right here, as well as for the arm that you would expect from this style of bass guitar. On all of our kits, there's a number in the neck pocket that corresponds on the heel of the neck. That's because these are all matched at the factory to have a good snug fit. As you look at this one, we have very little gaps on the edges. It fits really nicely into the neck pocket. Of course, we'll add the screws when you're actually building the guitar. So we look at the neck. It is a maple neck with a rosewood fretboard. The frets are pre-installed, leveled, dressed, ready to go right out of the box. We have a dual action truss rod that's pre-installed in the neck as well. The headstock is a paddle shape. Many of the headstock shapes you're familiar with are trademarks of those brands. So we can't sell them with those shapes. However, you can shape this however you want once it's your property. One thing I'll recommend is if you look at the mounting holes for your tuners, the plates go out a little bit wider. Set these tuners in place before you trace out the shape that you want, just to ensure that you don't take off too much material. I've had a couple customers do that, and it's always sad. So make sure you don't take off too much material so you can still secure your tuners just fine. 42 millimeter 4-string nut. As we look at the rest of the hardware, it's a 3-ply white, black, white pick guard. And you'll notice on the body, we don't have the pilot holes drilled for the pick guard. The reason for that is if you go with a different color, different material, different brand of pick guard, you don't want 2 sets of holes on your body. Whatever pick guard you use, we recommend going through and drilling pilot holes quickly so you don't have any wood splitting, and those will go in nicely. As I mentioned, this is all pre-wired. The only thing you've got to do on this guitar kit in terms of wiring is run this loose ground wire through the cavity and out under the bridge. You strip some wire back, sandwich that wire between the body and the bridge, and your ground circuit will be complete. And that's it for wiring. Everything else is going to be ready to go right out of the box. So we look at the rest of the hardware. First, we have an output cable and 2 Allen wrenches, one for the truss rod and one for bridge saddle adjustments. We have our 4 tuners with kind of a vintage style clover shape tuning key. We have our 4-string adjustable bridge, neck plate and plastic back plate for the neck screws. We have a set of strings that you can use for setup. And then from a hardware perspective, we have a string tee that goes on the headstock, strap knobs and screws. We have our screws for our tuners, as well as bushings for the tuners, our 4 neck screws, pick guard screws, pickup screws and springs. And then we have our 6-7 bridge screws to attach the bridge to the body. And that's it. Overall, I consider this a great beginner level kit for a couple reasons. First, it's a bolt-on neck, no gluing involved. That can give some people comfort if it's the first time they've built a guitar kit. Second, there's no soldering to do, and really only one wire connection to make under the bridge. So if you're not comfortable with soldering, if you've never done it before and that's intimidating, this is a great way to go to eliminate that. Although I am a strong believer, anybody can solder with a little bit of practice and watching, you know, some instructional content that you can find. Anybody can do it, but if that's intimidating, this is a great place to start. Once the finish is on the guitar and anything you want to do to the neck, shaping the headstock, assembly can go together really quickly. Under an hour, you can have it all assembled, probably even faster than that. So it's a great kit if it's your first time. If you're working with a younger builder that might have a short attention span, this is a great one as well. One thing I'll note, on this guitar kit, we also have this available. One thing I'll note, if you like this style of guitar kit, this is the VWB002. We also have one called the VWB001 SP. And similar hardware setup. One difference is this is a short scale bass guitar kit. So instead of the standard 34-inch scale that comes on the VWB002, on the VWB001 SP, we have a 30-inch scale. And this comes with a maple neck and a maple fretboard. So if we put these two necks side by side, you can see the difference in the scale. Obviously, this is the short scale neck. So the rest of the assembly, the rest of the features are all the same other than the body wood being Polonia and the VWB001 SP, and then the maple fretboard and the short scale version. Also on the short scale, we have a red pick guard rather than the white. So both of these guitar kits are available from Vibeworks Guitars, the VWB002 and the VWB001 SP being the short scale.